It's one of the many things fighting the pandemic has distracted us from: the struggle to find suitable foster homes for children. In the Portland area alone, Boys and Girls Aid says it needs 30 new foster homes right now.
Yeah, so Core Harlan is live this morning to show us how one Portland area family is helping change the life of a teenager by opening their home and their hearts. Core?
Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Ken. You know, this morning, 8,000 children in the state of Oregon will wake up in foster care through no fault of their own. These are kids that have seen some of the worst experiences that life has to offer in their very young lives. That is where Boys and Girls Aid comes to the rescue, with the intent of initially finding these kids foster care, with the intent of eventually finding them permanent homes.
Getting that news really put me into like, oh my gosh, this is finally happening.
In the first 13 years of his life, young Alex Madcore lived in 11 different places. Never spent an entire year at the same school. He wasn't even in one place long enough to have a group of buddies. In 2016, though, that changed. Stephen and Jenny Madcore decided to take on Alex as a foster child and found a love of a lifetime they realized was there almost from the beginning.
When I actually moved in, it was awesome.
I personally think that love is what makes the world go round. So without it, we wither, and with it, we prosper. And we, sort of wrap ourselves up in all of that love every day. And
it all feels naturally. It feels like it was from day one, if not beforehand. And it's just like we're only like 3 years into a lifetime journey. And it's a great experience. And like I said, we say love you to each other numerous times a day.
Regular ways of reaching out and finding new foster parents have been disrupted because of the pandemic. And the virus has prompted a lot of people to hesitate to bring someone new into their home. While all those things have slowed down, the demands and the needs of kids like Alex have not stopped. Susan Huntington, the CEO of Boys and Girls Aid, says foster parents can help a kid with a rough start in life become whole. No better example of that, she says, than Alex.
He's not being traumatized. He's not being abused and neglected. His brain's able to catch up to where he developmentally is with his peers. And every single day he knows that his basic needs are going to be met, and he's going to be cared for and truly loved.
The simple act of being cared for and cared about has saved this young man. A lot of us take that for granted. Alex is growing and he's thriving now. He's been formally adopted by the Madcores as of October. He's sleeping at night, not traumatized. He's dealing with his bad start in life and on track for a better life as an adult.
There's a ton of kids out there who are, they're just looking for someone to love them.
And at the end of the day, any of us want, right, is to feel that we have value and worth, and we can be loved and supported, and we will do better.
All right, that's a beautiful story there. Carl Peterson putting some nice editing work on that story there. The classes, by the way, Emily and Ken, to become foster parents, they're about 2 to 3 months long. About 85% of the kids that leave the Boys and Girls Aid program graduate into permanent living situations. That's a great percentage, and it is quite literally saving young lives, throwing people a lifeline who very much need it. And right now, as we mentioned at the top here, Boys and Girls Aid is in desperate need of 30 foster parent homes right now. So if you've got some space in your house and some room in your heart, it's a great way to save a young person's life.
I mean, this year has just been so stressful, and last year, so many things that we've gone through. I can't imagine the stress of also not having that stability at home. So hopefully some families will reach out for these kids. Thanks, Core.
Well, what